These are the 10 worst paying college majors in 2023. A lot of kids are going off to college at the time of this recording, and what many of you don't consider is a college degree is an investment, same as any business or stock. If you put $50,000 to $100,000 into an investment and you don't have a good chance of making that money back in a timely manner, that is by definition a bad investment. So in this video, we're covering the worst paying college majors that you may want to think twice about. Some of the ones in here are pretty obvious, but some of these I thought had high earning potential. I was dead wrong. If we're meeting for the first time, my name is Patrick. I'm a certified financial educator, and I make videos on how to make and keep more of your hard-earned money. Make sure you like this, share it with a friend, and subscribe to Basic Financial Literacy for more financial tips. The average cost for in-state tuition for a public university is $10,423 a year. That's just tuition. That doesn't include books or other room and board costs. If you go to an out-of-state school or a public university, that number jumps to more than $22,000 per year. You don't even want to know the number for private schools. For a little bit of context, when I graduated college in 2010, my in-state tuition was around $6,000 a year. The cost of college has close to doubled. Has education gotten 100% better? I'll let you decide. And all that begs the question, is college still worth it in 2023? The answer, it depends. If you're going to take out a student loan for something that doesn't pay very well, your life is going to be a lot less enjoyable because most of your money is going to be going to student loans. Think about it. If you make $40,000 a year, you might take home $2,000 a month. If half your payment is going to student loans, that doesn't leave much money for anything else. All that being said, here's the list. It's unfortunate that this made the list, as we always need good people in this field, but numbers 10 through 7 are all various teaching specialties, including early education, elementary education, and special education. The median salary for these is only $40,000 a year, and that's 5 years after graduating. If you live somewhere like New York or DC, you might make closer to $60K starting out, but remember, that's only slightly above poverty wage in those areas. It's very high cost of living areas. It's worth noting, though, that teachers and other nonprofits are eligible for various student loan forgiveness through studentaid.gov. Just don't expect to get rich as a teacher. It's one of those fields you have to have a burning passion for, and if you don't, you're not going to last very long. I personally know plenty of teachers that moved on after less than 5 years as they got burnt out. It's no secret that performing arts is a world of passion, dedication, and immense talent, but the financial rewards are not always as glamorous. Median salary is only $39,000 a year. Bigger reason for this, many artists face periods of unemployment. Consistent gigs can be extremely hard to come by. The competition for this major can be extremely fierce. For every one gig, there can be hundreds, sometimes thousands of people vying for just one spot. Many people that major in performing arts end up taking teaching gigs or side jobs to sustain their passion and pay their bills. While we often hear about big success stories, they represent just a tiny fraction of this industry. Many work in smaller, less lucrative projects. That being said, like teaching, many people pursue arts for the love, not for the money. For them, the true award is the joy of creation and connection. Leisure and hospitality comes in at the number 5 worst paying college major. This is a major full of vibrant experiences, but not necessarily the heftiest paycheck. This sector is primarily service-based, depending on human interaction more than advanced technology or specialized skills. High competition and seasonal demand mean jobs can be both abundant and scarce, impacting consistent earnings. Leisure and hospitality may not guarantee top-tier salaries, but many are drawn to it for dynamic environments, interpersonal connections, and the joy of making someone's day special. While psychology is an expansive field, not all paths within it come with a hefty paycheck from the get-go. Bachelor's degrees in psychology often lead to entry-level roles or further study rather than immediate high-paying positions. To boost earning potential, many opt for master's or doctoral programs, meaning more years of study and potential student debt. But if you stop at a bachelor's degree for psychology, the median salary for this 5 years after graduation is only $37,400. Additionally, while many roles in psychology are incredibly rewarding, they may not be monetarily competitive with jobs in tech, finance, or engineering. Numbers 3 and 2 on this list dive deep into the fabric of society, focusing on family, community, and well-being. While statistically these fields don't always translate to high salaries, there's a good reason behind it. Careers in family and consumer sciences and social services have a median salary of $37,500 5 years after graduating. Demanding caseloads, governmental budget constraints, and the nonprofit nature of many of these organizations can lead to constrained wages. Like a lot of the other professions in this list, many driven into these domains aren't driven by money, but by a profound desire to uplift and support, which I definitely admire. Before I tell you the worst paying major, none of this is to say no one should pursue any of these majors. As you can probably already tell, most of these are helping professions that are always needed. But But if you're going to borrow money for these, your life is going to be harder and you're going to be paying student loans off well into your 30s and 40s. That being said, the worst college major, one that people don't generally go into for the money unless you want to incur God's wrath, paying a median salary of only $36,000 a year, is theology and religion.